Before we start today's video, check out our merch shop, linked in the description down below. Use code ahsoka in all caps to get $7 off your order. May the force be with you, and enjoy the vid.
Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up guys, Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in today's video we have an exciting new tease into the regards of Star Wars Andor Season 2. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna hop right on into it, break it all down for you guys with everything that we know and everything that we're anticipating right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing and covering all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Okay, so in this video we are going to be taking a quick read from comicbook.com. As an overall garnering source, I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. I honestly am super excited for Andor Season 2, and especially as we're coming to a close of the year of 2024 already. It's Andor Season 2 is set up to release and begin streaming its episodes early on in the spring, sometime of 2025, probably closer to March or April, right around the same time as Star Wars Celebration Japan 2025 would also be taking place, is the kind of current word on the street, if you will. But in the recent, as I had mentioned at the beginning of this video, we have a new tease about Andor Season 2 coming from one of the show's stars himself. So Star Wars Andor Season 2 is indeed in the works, currently in the midst of its post-production probably, and the cast and crew of the show have been confidently boasting that the second season is going to be even better than the groundbreaking first one. That's right, somehow, someway, it's gonna get better. That's really saying something. Andor Season 1 continues to see its reputation grow day in and day out as more and more Star Wars fans and mainstream fans alike are pulling in through word of mouth, and the awards acclaim there as well for Andor. Even though it had debuted about 2 years ago at this point, it's still out there breaking those records and still bringing in new fans. Andor Season 1 had received 8 Emmy Award nominations, including Outstanding Drama Series, and has since become many fans' top-ranked Star Wars Disney Plus series by far. It's definitely up there on the list for me. Andor Season 2, though, however, has a much more challenging task ahead of it. The next season has much closer ties to establish into Star Wars canon and set things up for the Rogue One movie, as it's been kind of teased at and kind of has been acknowledged that Andor Season 2 will lead right into the events of the Rogue One movie, specifically with the series of the events that set Cassian Andor on the hunt for the Empire's secret superweapon, the Death Star, and eventually leads him towards the scientists behind the Death Star's superweapon, Galen Erso. We recently just came out with a video talking about everything that we know about Galen Erso having a potential role within Andor Season 2, so definitely check that video out after this one, as well as his daughter Jyn Erso in the Rogue One, A Star Wars Story movie, released all the way back in 2016. That movie is roughly 9 years old. It's going to be 9 years old when when Andor Season 2 finally makes its way out next year. In fact, Andor Season 2 has already been teased as having a finale that will lead right into Cassian's first scenes of the Rogue One movie, which is quite a runaway on land, given how Andor Season 1 was largely successful by cutting so many different ties to the Star Wars canon as well. It's one of those things that worked with the time jumps, and seeing that Andor Season 2 is going to have even more time jumps, it might be a little bit more difficult to do so, but I'm definitely very excited for it. And so, in the recent, Andor star Adria Arjona, who plays Cassian's ally, friend, sometimes lover, Bix Colleen, says that she knew Andor Season was something quite special when she had first read the scripts for it. She's now teasing an even bigger reaction after reading the Season 2 scripts, revealing and saying that there in quotes, "Oh man, when I read the Season 1, I pinched myself, and when I started reading Season 2, I was like, Tony Gilroy can't outdo Season 1, and I was again like, it's not going to be as good, but it's effing better," she says. "It's so much better. It is," Adriana had told The Hollywood Reporter in no uncertain terms. She continues to say, "What he has crafted and has created is honestly quite mind-blowing, and I can't believe I got to be a part of it. He's so talented, and he really outdid himself for Season 2. Ending that quote right there. Nothing but praise for Tony Gilroy, the showrunner, director, and writer behind the Andor series, also taking on a creative role for the Rogue One movie. He really knows this whole Rogue One-esque kind of story, this universe that these characters are a part of for the Rogue One era, that we'll call it, essentially. And this is something that is super special and super incredible. Something that really Star Wars hasn't had since the original trilogy or the prequels, with George Lucas being at the helm of pretty much all of it, writing, directing, and being part of that creative process all the way through, in and out of all of it. So being back for it, and for the final and second season of Andor Season 2, is honestly something super special, and it really proves of how it is so much more cohesive. Here you have the actress behind Bix telling us and saying that she knows that Andor Season 1 was something, and that it was a great first season, and that it's like one of those things of how are you going to be better than that? And it's better somehow, she says. It's just better, it's great, and he really outdid himself for Season 2, of how all of these different stories really come in and tie together. I think is going to be a huge implication for Andor's second season. I mean, that was definitely a huge part of Andor Season 1, seeing how all these different plot lines, all these different characters eventually came together by the end of the first season at the Battle of Andor's home world. Kind of slips my mind at the moment, so if you remember it, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, that's the point being. So seeing that, but on the level of Rogue One, and seeing how all of these different characters may fall into place, and their different kind of roles that they may play essentially for the Rogue One movie, like what they're doing essentially behind the scenes, is what we're basically going to be seeing, is super exciting to see. And well, I just want to throw it out there. I mean, I'll probably talk about it in another video in more detail and in more depth. It's all the more reason to grab that subscribe button if you haven't already. Is this whole other idea of that, well, yeah, this is the end of Andor Season 2, like this is the second and final season. There could still be more kind of Rogue One kind of universe, Mandoverse in a way, but kind of like Rogue One verse, I guess is what we'll call it. Kind of stories to be told. Maybe a spinoff about Bix, or a spinoff about Lutheran, essentially, or maybe Saw Gerrera, Mon Mothma. All of those different rebellion kind of characters is something that could be really cool to see. Anyway, guys, as I had mentioned at the beginning of this video, Andor Season 2 is honestly right around the corner. It's going to be a blink of an eye kind of moment, and it's going to be releasing sometime early on in 2025, around the springtime, sometime around March or April is what we're anticipating. So guys, let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.